and they will stay in that formation. The direct snap to Bo Oliver, and he is bottled up at the 45. It looks like the push with an extra defensive back. The schedule, and what appears they will be the favorites to win them all, up to the backs and two linebackers. Shazier is out there with Curtis Grant. Defensively, one of the most talked about Buckeyes locally is Licata taken down in the backfield by Noah Spence. In a position that used to be called the Leo, but they've renamed it the Viper.
Absolutely, and if you're this Ohio State defense, you've got to try to get your best 11 guys.
Tackling than they showed early last year. They're the second most receiving TDs in school history. Licata with Spence bearing down.
And make you beat them with your secondary receivers.
Here comes.
You just got to hit him.
Here's Joey Bosa, who was out there as well at defensive tackle. The freshman, the true freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They expect big things from him. He'll actually step out to the edge here. And the give right up the middle, and Shazier and Grant were right there waiting as Bennett brought the pressure. And Bosa 97 also had a hand in it.
This is the second straight drive that Buffalo has gotten to a third and long situation. To be successful, they can't do this because there's just not a lot of plays you can call. You got a quarterback that hasn't started nothing but 5 games, and you put him in these third and longs versus a fast defense on the road in front of this kind of crowd. These are tough plays to make.
Newts wide right. Licata looking that way. Pressure from Shazier up the middle.
You can see the athleticism of Shazier to change the direction. Makes Licata get rid of the ball before he would like to. But again, they're setting up these third.
In the mid-'80s, he was tops all time. With Bo Oliver in the backfield, they really after that first drive, Joey, they have been unable to get back on track and moving in the right direction.
And they have yardage. They're going to have to do that sooner or later, or they're going to keep punting the ball.
Licata gets it. The longest play of the day thus far has been 12 yards. Licata's pass is picked off through the hands of his intended receiver, and sophomore safety Ron Tanner was waiting for it.
You just talked about this young secondary. They're missing Barnett. Roby suspended. This young secondary has played pretty well today. Tip away the play before, and then this one getting the interception. Tanner is one of those young guys, hadn't played much. First time on the field, gets an interception early in the season. That'll help his confidence.
Licata frustrated as that went right through the hands of Devin Campbell, and Tanner was right there.
Much bigger deal because he takes away the depth of the defensive line.
And as the Buckeye defense heads back out there, they are still without Shazier. They will be headed to a bowl game for just the second time in school history. They give this to Oliver, and a nice cut.
Projected, and he was on there, so I'm always intrigued when players from different programs.
Licata with Bosa in his face, up for grabs. And through the hands of the Ohio State DB Armani Reeves.
And again, Licata in the Buffalo offense getting to a third and long situation, hadn't had much success. Gets driven out of the pocket, has to throw one up. That's a ball that should be intercepted. Armani Reeves' first start today. He'll make that play as he gets more experience. But again, Licata pressured in the backfield, goes to the ground.
That was Joey Bosa, the true freshman, the 7th-ranked defensive tackle coming out of high school last year, and now Corey Brown, a little stutter step.
Ability to catch the ball.
8:21 at the end of the first half.
Direct to, so he has to go to the sideline. They choose not to use a timeout here, which is a new rule. They could have kept him in the game. Instead, it's Anthony Taylor as Licata gets sacked. Noah Spence with the takedown.
Helmet or not.
Newts is to the near side, one-on-one with Reeves, and Lakai.
Middle, catch the ball and take the big lick from the linebackers.
Newts goes wide left. Four-man rush for the Buckeyes. Highly recruited, coming into Ohio State, sat behind that terrific defensive line from a year ago. And those non-conference games that the league couldn't haul in last year, they're going to.
Western has some playmakers. They have some guys that can hit home runs. Kane Coulter, Venrick Mark, those are guys.
Additional pocket passer. And Anthony Taylor, who was a high school teammate of Braxton Miller. Fast start for the Buckeye offense today, 40-20, their lead over Buffalo.
Made some mistakes, had a turnover or two, still scored 40 points, still won by 20, so he has to feel good.